Hey guys, Glitzy Phoenix here and welcome to my Escape from Tarkov Beginner's Guide series. In this episode I'm going to be covering essential keybinds and buttons I think everybody should know, with a few hints and tips to help you along the way. Now you might be sitting there saying to yourself, but Glitzy, it's just buttons, how hard can it actually be? Well, Escape from Tarkov is unlike any other shooter game and the button combinations are a lot more complex. So I'm going to show you all of the keybinds and basics while I'm in action and going through a raid. So without further ado, let's get into it. W for walk forwards, S to walk backwards, D to walk right, and A to walk left. Spacebar is for jump. X is to go prone, and right mouse button is to aim. If you have a variable zoom scope like this one, then it's Alt right mouse button to change the zoom. Left Alt is default for hold breath. I recommend that you change this. I have mine set to shift. If you have a red dot like this one, you can usually change the reticle by pressing Alt and right mouse button to whichever one you prefer. C is to crouch and V is melee. I've changed mine to K due to fat fingering V when I've wanted to crouch. With your weapon out, you can double tap your melee key to strike the melee once and automatically get your gun out again. Right mouse button is a slightly different melee attack to left mouse button. Tab is your button to access your inventory. On your character, you should always have your meds in either your chest rig or your pockets. To bind your meds to your number keys, just hover the cursor over the item and press the number you want to bind it to. You can bind on numbers between 4 and 9. I recommend healing meds on 4 and PKs on 6 just to prevent fat fingering, a painkiller if you want a med. G is to throw a grenade straight from your pockets or rig. Just remember that they get thrown first from your pockets left to right and then from your rig left to right. You can also bind grenades or flashes to your hotbar. Press the button it's bound to and pull out the item. Once it's in your hand, if you press the right mouse button, you'll get the grenade ready to throw. If you press the right mouse button again, it will do a short underhand throw. If you click on the left mouse button once you've pulled out the grenade, it will throw it normally. If you pull out the grenade but you choose not to throw it, you can just press one of the numbers that your guns are bound to and that puts the grenade away again. 1 is your pistol slot, 2 is your hands, and 3 is the sling on your back. To sprint, you press W and shift. You can also jump at the same time, but it drains your stamina a lot quicker, so just be aware of that. Q is to lean left and E is to lean right. You can also do a slow lean by pressing Alt A or Alt D. Left mouse button is your fire button. When you are medding, it's important to stop any bleed first of all. You can med by pressing the button you have bound, or you can go into your inventory, click on the health tab and drag your meds to the part that you want to heal first. I recommend that you prioritize your thorax first, then your head, just in case you have to engage again very quickly. This is a CMS kit that heals blacked out parts of your body. You also have a Serve 12 kit which fixes fractures at the same time, but it is more expensive and it's also a 3-slot item. Whereas a CMS kit is only a 2-slot item. However, you do need to take splints for the fractures if you have a CMS kit, so ultimately the choice is yours. R is to reload your weapon. After you have killed an enemy, I recommend waiting to loot and checking the nearby areas, just in case there's any sneaky breakies waiting for you to drop for that loot. When looting a body, you can rotate the loot by pressing R. To speed up the process of looting, you press Ctrl and left mouse button to quickly get that item onto your character or in your backpack. When searching a rig, pockets or backpack, you can click anywhere in the grey box, not just where it says search. When you're looting and you want to quickly put things over, and let's say you want to put it in your gamma, you can just drag the item over the picture. You don't necessarily have to put it in the empty slot. You can just drag it onto the picture and let it go, and it finds its own way. If you're in the unfortunate position of medding and then you hear someone come round a corner, this is everybody's worst nightmare. But fear not, if you're halfway through medding, you can cancel the action by pressing the left mouse button. Alt and W is to blind fire, so if there was someone on the other side of this box, you'd have a good chance of hitting them. Alt and S allows you to shoot from behind cover to the left hand side. If you do this move and press G, it allows you to throw a grenade at a left angle. By pressing Alt and Q or E, it allows you to step out from behind cover and look or shoot and step back again. To quickly examine an item, just press the middle mouse button. Alt and T is to check your mag in your gun. When you loot a crate or a box that's out in the open, once you've pressed F to open the crate, quickly spam X or your prone key to lay down while looting. This just minimises the risk of your head getting blown off while you're searching the box. Pressing O twice is to check your extractions and time left in the raid. You can press O once if you just want to see the time. Pressing Y twice opens up a menu of interactions and gestures. You can press them from here. However, it's best to bind whichever ones you choose to your F keys.
Stabbed him. Got him cold. Scabbed down. Got him.
The voice lines depend on which faction you've chosen your PMC to be.
He's hit.
Yeah, like butter.
I mentioned earlier that R was to reload your weapon, but if you hold R and scroll your mouse wheel, that allows you to choose exactly which mag you wish to reload, which is very handy if you're carrying various sized mags. If you press and hold C and scroll your mouse wheel, it allows you to adjust the height while crouching. If you press C to crouch and then caps lock to walk slowly, it will make you almost silent as you move. As an alternative to pressing caps lock when you're walking, you can alter the speed of your walk by scrolling the mouse wheel. If your weapon has a folding stock, just hover the cursor over the weapon and press the middle mouse button to quickly fold the stock. B is to change the fire rate of your weapon. The delete key is the default button for discarding an item. I've changed mine to a side mouse button just to be more efficient while looting. By pressing L, you can admire your gun. The title key, which is the key above tab, opens up the console, and if you type FPS 1, it shows your FPS and ping in the top right corner. If you type FPS 2, it opens up a much bigger menu. To close the menu, just type FPS 0. To split ammo, press Ctrl and drag your ammo and choose however much you want in each pile. If you have a tactical device on your gun, such as a 2P Klesh, which is a flashlight and a laser, you press T to turn it on and off, and Ctrl T to switch between the laser and the flashlight. We've already gone through reloading, but I didn't mention that if you quickly press R twice, it will trigger a combat reload, which reloads your gun quicker, but beware, it does force you to drop a mag onto the floor. When aiming your weapon, you can zero your scopes by pressing page up or page down. If you have a visor on your helmet, N is the button to lift it up or down. Also, it turns on and off night vision devices. When collecting insurance returns or quest items, you don't have to drag each item over one by one. You have a receive all button here. However, if you don't have much room in your stash like me usually, you can quickly move one item at a time by pressing Ctrl and left mouse button. After you extract a raid with all the loots, you can also quickly move the loot from your character to your stash by pressing Ctrl and left mouse button. When you are loading up your character to go out into a raid, you can press Alt and left mouse button to quickly put items onto your character. I choose to have my HUD continuously showing when I'm in raids, and you can find this option here in the settings. To enter an offline raid, do things as if you was loading into a normal raid. However, at this point, you check the Go to Offline Raid box. If you want scavs to fight, check the PvE box. And if you want the bosses to be there, check the Enable Boss box. There are two drop-down menus. The first one is to choose the difficulty of the AI, and the second one is the amount of AI that you want on the map. Click Next and then Ready. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. In the next episode of my Beginner's Guide series, I'm going to be walking you through step by step and explaining everything from what you're looking at when you open Tarkov for the very first time, right through to preparing for your first raid. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for future content. I also stream on Twitch, the link will be in the description down below, so don't forget to go over and give me a follow. Thanks guys, I'll catch you in the next one.